It's been a while, but I'm back, so welcome to a new video. Today I want to be showing you my setup for my Inktober project. And over the summer I've been super busy. I've not had a lot of time to make art, and so what I've been doing is making these tiny little sketchbooks, just cutting down big sheets of paper and then working kind of on little spreads throughout the summer. So whenever I had a chance, I'd sit down and I'd do a little bit. Some are finished and some are not. And I've really loved working in these like half orbs. Now usually in October I do Orbtober, and this year I thought it'd be really nice to work like this in like tandem, making my little half orbs so that when you fit them together they can kind of be mix and matched, if that makes sense. So you can create your own orb, but I really want to develop my skills a bit more. I really want to play around with more motifs. I've actually written a list out here of the things that I would love to be included in my work, and this is such a personal thing. So instead of following an Inktober prompt or Peachtober or anything like that, I've written out my own list of things that I really personally want to include in my work moving forward, and these are the things that I'm going to pull from, the themes I'm going to use, and so that's my idea, is that every single day I'm just going to use one of these prompts and I'm going to sketch out, say, a bird or a flower or an animal, anything that's on this list. I've also written myself just like a little brief. So I want to set up a sketchbook with you. We'll do this in a second. But I've kind of outlined for myself how I want this project to go. And I've done no prep time, no kind of pre-sketching things like a lot of artists do. I want this to genuinely be the art that I make in October. So my rules are just keeping it simple, so either pencil or black and white drawings, so just sketching things out, really taking it kind of back to basics. Using colouring pencil as well. I do have watercolour, and also recently I've been working with gouache, so this is something I really want to develop more. As you can see, I've been trying different mediums and how they layer over the top. And this is kind of, you know, the richness of mixed media that I want to delve into more. So I kind of made a note here of some of the materials I've used. And just an idea of sort of what a gouache mandala orb would look like. But yeah, I mean, I go back to my vines all the time. It's always the same sort of motifs that I use. And I feel like everything's a little bit samey because of that. So that's why it's really important to me that I kind of push the boundaries, push my art skills as well. Like, I want to get better at art, I want to get better at drawing, I want to get better at observation. I'd love the idea of maybe going outside as well, maybe going to find an oak tree so that I can draw different oak leaves, things like that. Acorns as well, it's autumn here, so it's that time of year. So yeah, I've also given myself this kind of basis, I guess, this kind of theme for my whole sketchbook. So I'm just doing like one spread per day, and they're experiments as well. So this is not about making a gorgeous final artwork piece. This is about practicing whatever it is. Say it's a robin that I've chosen to draw that day, practicing several different sketches of a robin, practicing several different mediums, how I can play around with different techniques, and just developing as an artist. But underneath it all, I want to be able to play, develop and experiment. So I want to kind of keep that going as I move forward. So that all being said, let me show you some of the supplies. Let's dive into my art haul. So I have got this lovely parcel from Piff, and I ordered these a little while ago. Let's pull them out. And I couldn't really decide between the two sketchbooks. So this is their really huge, the biggest one that they do, the Ora Blanco. It's slightly bigger than, so this is an A4 moleskin. So as you can see, it's very slightly bigger than that one. So it opens out really, really wide if we just tear into this. They are really, really gorgeous sketchbooks. I've already done a video on these being my favourite. They open out absolutely flat, so it's really nice and easy to do a lovely big spread. But that being said, this is going to be a daily project or a daily art challenge, and I think that trying to do an entire spread like this every single day is going to be a bit much, especially because I'm juggling, you know, parenting and housewife stuff, and I now work 2 jobs, and it's all a lot to try and fit everything in. So I think this is the one that I'm going to work with, the Lumia, and it's a much kind of more doable size. So if I show you, this is a smaller moleskin, so it is larger than the moleskin, so it gives you a nice load of space to work in, so I can be sketching away and then kind of playing around, adding in materials. So I'm really excited about kind of working in this way, and I mean, I've just got some very, very preliminary experiments. So yeah, things like working in gouache. I'll show you this as well. I've got this really lightweight plastic palette, and it's so good because it folds up in the middle, and you can just add this into your bag. I can carry it around like with my sketchbooks. But yeah, I've put some of my gouache in here. So this is Winsor & Newton professional artist gouache, and it's water activated, so it means that you can kind of use it like watercolor. So yeah, I'm hoping to be able to kind of keep this with me so I can play around with my gouache in here. I've also bought a load of new pens. I absolutely love these. The Unipin, let's get one out. So these are the Unipin Fine Line. Oh, these are the Unipin Fine Line pens. I always use these, water and fade proof pigment ink. This is the brush pen, which I absolutely love. But I also got a huge range here of just the normal fine lines. And I also got a Copic multi-liner as well in a 0.3. So loads of different fine lines there, which will help with like drawing out detail, and obviously, yeah, using my brush pens as well. And my plan today then is I just want to set up kind of the first page, and I almost want to transfer all the things I've written in my little notebook here about the project. I just want to transfer this, so where's my little prompt list, into my sketchbook. So my idea is I'm really hoping I can fill a sketchbook in a month. I'm really excited to see what work comes out of this. I am going to allow myself, if I have more time for painting throughout the month, to do more than 1 spread per day. And even if I just only manage to do 1 little sketch, then that's also great. This is really for me about creating this daily habit. I've already done the 100-day project previously. I did a 365-day project from last July around to this July as well. And I think having that daily art practice is just so helpful, just to keep your hand in and to keep you working on things. And I find often when I feel most lost with my art is when I've not been making any. And so this is why it's really exciting, especially after the summer where I've not done a lot of art, to kind of kickstart my creativity again. So let's just splurge some colours on the page right now, just to kind of break this in. And does anyone else get that fear of the blank page? I'm terrible for that. My go-to, I would always skip the first 3 or 4 pages and start a sketchbook a few pages in, and that was always my way of overcoming that. But I've also found that swatching colours in the front page, or just splashing like a load of ink or something, I do have some ink here, just getting some colour down on the page and almost messing it up. It kind of gives you permission to then start working in it. So let's splurge down some colour. So here is my finished spread for my setup. Some of the pink has bled through a bit, but hey ho, that doesn't matter. I'm just going to layer other things up on top anyway. And yeah, I'm really pleased with this. This is a really nice kind of start to the sketchbook, feeling like I've broken it in, and it doesn't really matter, you know, like this whole perfectionism thing that I always seem to have as well with the blank page. So yeah, really nice start. So I've just written down, I've got my 30-day drawing challenge. These are the main factors here: to play, develop and experiment. I want to be doing simple black and white sketches, layering coloured pencils and playing with gouache. So if I'm getting stuck, then this is what I need to come back to. Also, if I'm getting trapped in my perfectionism, this is what I want to come back to as well. And then I've got all my themes and my prompts, which I took from my little book here, just my little notebook, and I've added them in here, and there's still spaces so I can add in more things. There's definitely more flowers, more leaf shapes, more animals, things like that that I do want to practice drawing with. And so yeah, I can always keep adding to my little prompts list. It also means that in the morning of each day I can turn straight to this front page and see which one feels most inspiring that day and choose that and then start afresh. And I'm really pleased with this. This was a really simple spread. I just basically used some ink. So this was acrylic ink. I put down a little bit of water first, and then I squirted down some ink, and then I went back over again with a wet brush. And that was it really, and it was very abstract and kind of uncontrolled. And I really love how the results of this fucking thing. So I love the abstract nature that the ink created of just splodging it across the spread, across the page, and then kind of drawing into it with black lines. So even that is a really great place to start with any of these prompts, just splurging down some sort of colour and then taking a black fine line and drawing over the top. So yeah, hopefully this will keep me inspired throughout the entire month. I know that I rebel quite a lot against myself, so this is why I've tried to be quite fluid with my prompts and with this challenge. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm going to be documenting the whole thing here so that, yeah, you can see the progress as we go along. Anyway, I'll see you very soon for another video. Lots of love. Bye. So let me know, what are you doing for Inktober this year? Have you planned on doing a 30-day challenge of some sort? Are you doing the Inktober prompts? Have you got your own prompts? Have you decided what you're going to use materials wise? Have you got a sketchbook, or are you doing individual artworks on separate sheets of paper? I'd love to hear from you what you're doing, what you're playing around with. And if you find it hard to stick to a challenge as well, because I quite often do. So anyway, yeah, I'm really looking forward to sharing more of this with you guys, and I will see you very soon. Lots of love. Bye.